Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Wish you all are well and in a healthy state. So, before going to today's class, let's me ask a question to all of you. If I ask you right now, what is the most expensive things in this world? What would you say? Some of the students may answer like gold, diamond, money, iPhone, etc. Wonderful answers, gold, diamond, money, all these are valuable things. But let me tell you something. None of these can buy what I I am talking about today. Actually, the things is present in this within this classroom and even within our own body. So the today's topic is health, the ultimate treasure of our life. And I call it the ultimate treasure because without good health, no amount of money, no amount of gold or diamonds has any meaning. A sick billionaire would give everything just to feel healthy again. Now, World Health Organization, one of the most prominent body in this world, gives us a very powerful definition. It says health is not just the absence of disease, health means being completely well physically, mentally, and socially. So, these are the three pillar of or the three dimension or aspect of health. And by the end of this class, you will understand all the three deeply and you will think health differently what you think actually earlier. You may feel major difference in this concept. So let's quickly see what is actually today's roadmap of our class. So today, actually, firstly, we'll discuss about the basic concept of health, then the factors that affect our health, and the thirdly, we have to discuss about the good habit and bad habit that can impact our health. And next, we'll talk about the disease and its types. And next, how we can prevent this disease or mainly communicable disease. And at last, we will do a quiz. Okay, let's begin. So, we saw the whose definition. Now, let's study truly understand what it actually means. So, in whose definition, there are three dimensions of health, that is the physical, mental, and social. So, firstly, we'll explain what physical health actually means. While listening the term physical health, that most of the people and most of all of us may can say what actually means health, but it means your body working well, you eat right, sleep enough, exercise regularly, and maintain a proper hygiene. If you have a fever or a broken leg or vitamin deficiency, your physical health is affected. Now, the next thing, that is the mental health. That means your mind is at peace. You are not constantly stressed, anxious, or sad. You can handle the pressure, manage your emotions, and think clearly. So, how many of you felt really nervous before exam? Or felt so sad that you did not even like eating? That was your mental health being affected. And just like a broken bone needs treatment, your mind also sometimes needs care. And the third dimension, that is social health. Social health, this actually means good relationships. You have friends, you communicate well, you contribute to your community. Human beings are actually social creatures. We need each other for being healthy. A person who is physically fit but completely isolated and have no friends, no one to talk, is the person truly healthy? So some of the students may answer like no, because health is all the three dimensions working together. So for being healthy, we have to make a proper balance between physical, mental, and social well-being. That actually means true health. Let's quickly give an example for easier understanding. Like, discuss about Arjun's story. Before Arjun's story, Arjun is like a boy who he just like you, a 8th grade student. Arjun moved to a new city when he joined class 8. New school, new people, new environment. He was nervous. He tried to make friends but did not succeed easily. His parents were both working and very busy, barely at home. So, what did Arjun do? He turned to his phone and for hours, and on scrolling down the phone, YouTube, Instagram, gaming, etc. Days passed, week passed, and slowly, without even realizing it, Arjun started getting headache. He lost weight, he could not sleep at night, and he felt lonely even in a crowded classroom. He stopped smiling. Now his mother finally took him to a doctor. A doctor ran test, no virus, no bacteria, no infection. Arjun actually are physically fine. So what was wrong with Arjun? Some of the students may answer like mental health. Yes, actually, what caused his health problem? Was he actually physically sick? No, actually, some of the student may answer. Arjun's social and mental health here is collapsed. The doctor referred him to a school counselor, and he was encouraged to spend less time in his phone, join a club too, and talk to his classmate. Within a month, he made two good friends and his headaches vanished. He started sleeping properly. He started smiling again. So, Arjun was never fighting a virus, he was fighting loneliness. And that is the connection, and that is the medicine of human connection. This is why who includes mental health and social well-being in the definition of health. Your phone can't replace your people. So let's talk about the three things. Like for physical health maintenance, we have to do exercise, taking a proper diet, proper sleep, and maintaining hygiene. For mental health, that makes us positive, that helps us to manage stress, that and anxiety, and uh, keep our mind at peace. And social health, that means friends, family, and community. All the three must be balanced. We need all three in a to be truly healthy. So in this slide we'll talk about the importance of a good health. So students, first let us understand why health is so important in our life. Good health is essential because it helps us live a productive, active, and a happy life. So there are six dimension or 6 point that can define good health. So good health makes us more powerful, more energetic. When a person is healthy, when our body functions properly, so a person have more energy to play, to study, work, and whatever activity actually he perform. A healthy student can participate in sport, classroom activities, studies without feeling tired. And the next thing is better learning ability. Our brain also need good health to function properly. If we eat nutritious food, sleep properly, stay active, our memory, concentration and learning ability will improve. So that is why healthy students usually perform better in school. And the next thing that is strong immunity. Strong good health strengthens our immune system, which is our body's defense mechanism against diseases. A strong immune system helps us, our body, to fight against germs like bacteria or viruses or any kind of pathogen. And the next thing that is emotional and social well-being. Good health also helps us to maintain positive emotion, good relationship with others. Healthy people feel more confident, happy, and socially active. And whatever I explain right now, these all the factor can help us to actually achieve our goal, the ultimate goal of our life. And for being healthy, we have to maintain this activity. So in the next slide, we will discuss about the factors affecting health. Students, our health does not depend on one thing. It depends on many factors like biological factor, that can be environmental, and also lifestyle factor. Firstly, we have to talk about the factors that can help us for maintaining a healthy condition, and next we'll talk about the factors that can harm or that can distort our health. So firstly discuss about the positive factors that can makes us healthy. The first thing that is balanced diet. Food actually provides energy and nutrients needed for growth and body function. But what actually balanced diet mean? Actually balanced diets means proper balance between all the nutrients in proper portion and proper um, proper portion and proper amount. So here we have to balance in carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, minerals, water in our diet. If a person eats too much junk food, it can lead to problem like obesity, diabetes, heart disease. So we have to take a balanced diet for being healthy. And the next thing that is regular physical exercise or physical activity. Regular exercise improves our blood circulation and our muscle strength and helps our heart healthy and the overall body's fitness. Actually during exercise, endorphin, one hormone is secreted that can make us healthy. So children should do at least 30 to 60 minutes physical exercise or physical activity every day. The next thing that is sleep and rest. Sleep helps us our body tissue repair and also restore our energy and helps in our proper brain function. So we have to take sleep at least 8 to 10 hours for proper growth and brain function. Lack of sleep can lead fatigue, poor concentration and stress. The next thing that is personal hygiene and cleanliness. Maintaining cleanliness helps prevent infection. Important hygiene practices include washing hands with soap, brushing teeth, bath regularly, keep our surrounding clean. This habit actually reduces the risk of infection or germ transmission. And the next thing, that is environment. Environmental factors also affects our health. Example include clean air, safe drinking water, proper sanitation, and pollution level. Polluted air and contaminated water can cause respiratory and waterborne diseases. So the next thing, that is social and emotional environment, or clean environment and strong social relationship. Family support, friendship, and a positive social environment help us to maintain mental health and emotional stability. Now we'll quickly talk about the factors that can harm or distort our health. Taking junk food or sugary drinks that can make us emotionally unstable and feel us easily tired. Excessive screen time that can also distort our mental health, that can feel us sad, lonely, etc. And sleeping late, the most culture of today's life, that can also break the balance of our health, like it can distort our circadian rhythm or other things. So the next thing is to taking tobacco, alcohol, and drugs that can help in the development of non-communicable disease or lifestyle disease like cancer, diabetes, etc. Air and water pollution that can harm our lung, our skin, etc. And stress and negative emotion that can make or distort our health also. So one fact is 28% of 28.6% of Indian are obese and 11.4 are diabetic according to ICMR actually. So lifestyle choice actually matters. So we have to keep ourselves away from this negative factor. So in this next slide, we'll discuss how to stay healthy. For staying healthy, we should take a balanced diet and proper exercise, proper sleep, maintaining hygiene, or yoga, meditation, and say no to drugs, tobacco, alcohol, and these. This can help to make us healthy. And the government actually launches one program like Fit India movement. So here he says that regular hand washing can reduce the infection almost about 50%. So in this next slide we'll talk about the basic concept about disease. So let us understand what disease actually means. A disease is a condition in which the normal functioning of our body or mind is distorted. It can affect our physical or mental health, or both of them. In other words, the body cannot perform its normal function properly. Disease may occur due to infection by microorganism or by genetic factor, poor lifestyle, or environmental condition. When a person actually disease, the body have certain sign and symptom. Let's quickly talk about the difference between sign and symptom. A symptom is something the patient feel or the patient experience. Symptoms is actually subjective, meaning only the patient can describe it. Like in case of fever, pain, tiredness, headache, dizziness, or nausea can be the probable symptom experienced by one patient. So if a student say, I feel headache, this is actually symptom because the doctor can't directly see it. And now talk about the sign. A sign is something that a doctor can observe or measure. Like it is objective, meaning it can be seen or detected during examination. Like for fever, we can measure it through thermometer or rash on skin, swelling or high blood pressure. If a thermometer shows 1 to 2 degree Fahrenheit temperature, that is a sign of fever. So let's quickly summarize the difference between sign and symptom. Symptom actually felt by the patient and sign that observed by doctor. Symptoms is subjective that can only feel by the patient. No other person can feel the symptom, and in case of sign it is really objective and it helps us to determine the actually disease. It is actually external. And the next thing, that is the example. So in case of fever, the probable symptom can be pain, rise in body temperature, dizziness, etc. And for sign, in case of fever, the it is when measured by thermometer, and when the body temperature rise, it can be a probable sign of fever, or rash, swelling. These are the sign of fever. Now, based on the disease transmitting agent, or based on sign of symptom, we can divide disease into two types. So first one, that is the communicable disease, and the second one is non-communicable disease. Communicable disease actually means infection, that it is the actually infectious disease that can spread from one person to another. This is caused by pathogens such as bacteria, virus, fungi or protozoa. And non-communicable disease, these are the diseases that do not spread from person to person. This actually caused by unhealthy lifestyle, poor diet, lack of physical exercise, genetic factor or environmental factor. Examples of non-communicable disease include diabetes, heart disease, cancer, asthma, or the most common thing, that is obesity, that actually developed by mostly sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle are the major contributing factor for non-communicable disease development. This disease usually develops slowly over time, and so we can also call this disease like lifestyle disease. Now, quickly compare communicable and non-communicable disease. So, communicable disease spread from one person to person, but non in case of non-communicable disease, it do not spread. Communicable disease basically caused by pathogen, and the pathogen may be virus, bacteria, or any kind of vector, protozoa, or worms also. In case of non-communicable disease, it is caused by our improper lifestyle, or it can sometimes caused by environment or genetic factor also. Examples include for communicable disease, it is like dengue, TB, COVID-19, the most recent communicable disease, or any kind of chicken disease like chicken pox, cholera, and typhoid. Or in case of non-communicable disease, it is obesity, diabetes, cancer, or any other lifestyle disease. So in India, non-communicable disease like diabetes, heart disease are now the number one cause of death according to WHO. So now, for in today's time, non-communicable disease is the major contributing factor of death. So in the next slide, we mainly focus on how we can prevent the transmission of communicable disease, and how actually the communicable disease spread. Basically, communicable disease spread by means of four way. The first is air, and the next thing, that is direct contact, and the most probable cause of communicable disease transmission. And then the third thing, that is water or food contamination, and the fourth one, that is the vectors. So let's discuss the first thing, that is air. So air, by means of coughing or sneezing, when we cough, actually the droplet can pass more than 160 km, or within 160 km. So think the while sneezing, the microorganism can travel, or our droplet can travel up to 160 km, and it can cause or spread the infectious agent. And by this way we can develop cold, like cold and common cold, rhinitis, and TB, COVID-19, in case the most probable cause. And the next thing, that is direct contact, like direct physical contact, like in case touching, hugging, or any kind of handshake, or any kind of physical meetup can lead to passage of the infectious agent from infectious person to non-infectious person, and lead to the development of this disease. Like by this way, chicken pox, flu, etc. are easily transmitted. The more, and it is the most probable and most potent cause of communicable disease formation. And the third thing, that is food and water. Contaminated food and water can also cause communicable disease transmission, like improper washing of vegetable, or improper sanitation of water can lead to communicable disease formation. Like by that way we can develop cholera, typhoid, hepatitis A, etc. And majorly it affects our gastrointestinal tract, and after that it can also cause fever and rash, many more things, depend on the type of organism, and the severity and the health of the person, health condition of this person. And this type of disease actually called food and waterborne disease. And the fourth medium, that is the vectors actually act as a transmitting agent. It actually acts as a vehicle, like for transmitting one thing from one location to another location we need any kind of vehicle, like bus, car, etc. And in that case, for communicable disease transmission through vector, one organism can act as a vehicle or as a transmitting agent. Like for example, in case of malaria, mosquito, especially the female anopheles mosquito act as a vector for plasmodium vivax, like protozoa microorganism, and that can actually help in the development of malaria, dengue, when the female anopheles mosquito will cut another person, another healthy person. And by this way it can also lead to the transmission of the pathogenic organism from a healthy person to another non-healthy person, and lead to the development of the disease. So the next thing, that how we can prevent this communicable disease transmission. The first thing, wash hand with soap. Wash hand with soap can lead to 90 to 99.9% of the pathogenic organism killing. And by that way we can actually prevent 50% of this infection. Several reports actually says that by wearing mask in crowd, if we wear mask, and sometimes if we sneeze also, so the movement of droplet can be prevented. The and by that way we can also prevent the communicable disease transmission. The next thing, that is the drinking clean water. So if we take the water in proper form without any pathogenic organism, so it can also prevent the communicable disease transmission. Like if we don't know the proper source of this water, we can simply boil this water, so the most of the pathogenic organism can be destroyed, and we can take it for communicable disease prevention. And the next thing, that is stay home when sick. While we develop any kind of communicable disease, we should stay at home for the prevention of disease spread, or for breaking the transmission of communicable disease chain. So the next thing, for vector borne disease, we can take the measure, like while sleeping we can stay within net, or we can keep our environment clean with many kind of herbicide or like pesticide, so we can prevent the formation of communicable disease through vectors. And the one concept, that is immunity, that is the normal defense mechanism of our body, that can be acquired and also natural also. And vaccine, the most thing that by which we can uh, eradicate or eliminate one communicable disease. And that is, getting vaccinated can boost our immune system to fight against germs. Let's quickly recap what we learned actually today. We learned basically the concept of health, the factors that affects our health, and the habits that can affect our health, and basic concept about disease and prevention of communicable disease. And remember the one thing, that prevention is better than cure. And the measure one measure actually, doctor or scientist like Hippocrates, he once said, let thy food be our medicine and medicine be our food. So you have learned the six key topic about health, and let's test your knowledge with some questions. So first question, according to who health is defined as the actually complete physical, mental and social well-being. And the next thing, that is, what is the which of the following is communicable disease: diabetes, asthma, dengue fever or heart disease? And here the answer will be dengue, because dengue is caused by a mosquito, a vector. And here, like other disease, diabetes, asthma, etc and heart disease are examples of non-communicable disease. And the third thing, that is, what do you call organisms that cause communicable disease? So parasite, pathogen, vector, antibiotic. Here the answer is pathogen. Pathogen like bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa or worms can cause communicable disease transmission. The next question, that is, which of the habit is good for your health? Eating junk food daily, skipping breakfast every morning, washing hands regularly with soap, spreading 8 plus hour in skin daily. So here the answer is washing hand regularly with soap. Regularly hand washing can reduce infection up to 50%. Next question, that is, vaccine help our body in killing bacteria in your blood, replacing damaged body cell, training immune system to fight germs and giving vitamins to our body. So here the answer is option C, training the immune system to fight germs. A vaccine train our immune system and dealing with pathogen or weaken our pathogen. So let's complete today's topic, and here the quick summary of today's topic, what we actually learned in today's class. So thank you. The greatest wealth is health. Stay healthy, stay active. Meet you in all of you in next class. Thank you.